Hey everybody, it's Divine Readings with the Gypsy, and today we're talking about Deste! Oh my god. Can I stop talking about Deste? I'm joking, but it's these Turkish version Deste cards. Um, I wrote my elements on the box, so if you saw that. I'm been completely obsessed on trying to translate this book, and it's been a painstaking process. But since I have no real job, daytime job, I'm a full-time mom, and I am a part-time, I'm mom by day, and Madame Zeroni by night. But basically, I do my tarot readings and stuff now by night. I am a official tarot reader by night. Yes, but I got these Deste cards in the mail yesterday, so this is how far I've been getting on Deste. My daughter's laughing in her sleep. Oh my goodness, poor girl. But today, let me talk about the goddesses and the jinns, because that's pretty much as far as I got, and as far as translating something really worth talking about, I should say. These are Valda and Atart. I'm not very good with their names, even though I've been hearing it all day. I've been hearing all sorts of names all day, and I still haven't got the names down. Tells me how, well, I'm an ignorant white English American, I is, with bad grammar. I'm sorry. And I accept I'm a ignorant American that can't pronounce things worth a crap, because they never teach it in school. That gets into a different topic. I'm not gonna go there. I might edit that out, actually. But we got a tart and Velda, and I've heard different things around YouTube, the internet, about Deste and about these two, and I've kind of came to the conclusion that they're either twins or the alter egos of each other. How I've decided I would read them is the alter egos of each other. One cannot live without the other. The Voldemort in the Harry Potter. If you had the extra full card in your tarot deck, it would be the extra full, the dark full versus the light full. Just those kind of things. You know, the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, and the opposites of each other. Dark Mother and White Mother. And actually, Valda's name is Dark Mother in direct translation, so there you go. There's not too much different, I would say, about these two specific cards from that is going to be anything different from Kelly's Truth and Story, and I've wasted probably an hour trying to translate their um, things in in the book. Just I'm sorry. I've wasted probably an hour translating in the book about these two that I didn't know already from YouTube, I should say. So that part is a cross off on the list. However, the jinns actually are very different. So I will talk about the jinns. I have not gotten as far as writing my personal notes and about the jinns. Okay, I'm gonna do it in this order, the order of the book. I have not gotten as far as writing down my personal notes yet. I'm just directly translating from what I'm going to be saying here, what I've directly translated from this book. But since I've done the painstaking, I'm going to be a party pooper, and I've done the painstaking work of hours of sitting in front of the computer, typing in Google Translate. I've decided not to out of respect of my sanity, I'm not, regretfully not going to share my translation, but I've plugged into Google Translator for you English speakers. But this is what I will give you, is a summary of what this is, or a summary, or a better explanation than what is going to be in there. Trust me, what I'm going to explain to you is going to be so much better than what you're going to get out of that book anyways, as in direct translation, because it's choppy from being translated from Turkish to English. So, trust me, you're not going to miss much at all. I promise you. If anything, I'm going to be your friend, not your enemy, and not giving you that direct translation that I painstakingly worked for. Let me pull up my screen here, and so I could have summaries. Okay. Basically, the first part, what I could summarize about the first part of the book. Alright, let me open it up to the page of Selena. What I'm going to be summarizing is going to be this part in Turkish in the book. Basically, what she does is she gives like a mythology, like a Turkish mythology or something like that. This is from what I've been able to translate, by the way. Like a Turkish mythology of who Selena was, and who Selena was. And it's basically, it's too bold of an energy. Can't really convince others one way or the next, and it has different faces of this jinn. Actually, if let me bring in my Norse paganism into it. Selena would be almost like the equivalent of Loki and the Norse paganism. If you wanted some sort of comparison, Loki has different faces of mankind, and sometimes contradicts himself, and that's what I would say the energy of Selena is contradicting himself constantly, and just not quite with the times, I should say, and just doesn't know how to decipher what's their upright and what's their downright, basically. And the upright version of the stars is setting your intentions. Is you should set your intentions as an advice, and you should rejoice in the little things in life, and you shouldn't get upset about what things are in the past, and your road to happiness is right now. And so, as a summary, that's the best that I could give you of what the upright meaning from this book is. And the reversal, of course, is going to be bad marriage, bad relationships, lies, and two-faced individual, like a hypocrite. So you're not going to be true to yourself or true to anybody else, and that's kind of like the reversal of Loki too. So I would say, if you kind of wanted something to compare it to, I would say Loki, to me, was the best way to describe this card. The upright is very much giving, being good, honest with the answers, being very good to yourself or good to mankind, and the reversal is like you're not being that way to yourself or anybody else. So let me tell you how it is, basically. And that is Selena, or Ebony, Jin, in a heartbeat. As far as the next gen goes, Ariman? Armand. I would say Armand, not Ariman. Armand is the Ruby gen. And this one actually surprised me the most, and as far as the mythology goes. Apparently, the mythology in the first sentence, a paragraph of the book, talks about a magician who is a womanizer, and he's actually goes to bed with different women, and he's a very jealous lover, and he's very passionate in bed. He's a very passionate man, and he's very dangerous too, and he's can be also a two-faced person as well in the mythology as well. But as far as the upright goes for this card is through the magic of fake sexual attractiveness is concerned, meaning you were seduced into the bed. And so when you're dealing with a card, it's basically saying is a meeting will be held, or you will meet somebody in the bedroom. And so when you're the upright is, and when you go into bed with somebody, you should always come in with light and love and passion instead of selfish gain. It sounds like some advices I would give to some ex-boyfriends of mine. And TMI, Evie, TMI, right? But yeah, you should keep your passions pure, basically it's saying, as far as the upright is concerned. And you should do it with, balance and love in your heart, and you should not, give your slutty intentions and desires. Pretty much this is what I've been translating in the Google Translator. I'm like, what? It's saying that in Turkish? Wow. His book is dirty. But, so I would say that's what's different from Kelly's from Truth and Stories advice. I'm trying to give what's different from her and what I could translate and from what I could decipher. And then the next one we have is Bides. Bides is water, and his spirit, or their spirit, is it's basically it's kind of like a Carpe Diem spirit. I was trying to say is that he's like Carpe Diem. You seize the day. You go in the woods and you observe the things around you. You stop listening to the birds. You stop smelling and smell the roses. It's you kind of have to seize the moment. And it's scabbard does not hold, which is basically you do not hold a grudge. You just kind of have to let it go, basically. It's a card that is also telling you to let it go. And its upright is asking something with serious intent. Okay, and it's a knowledgeable person. It's a knowledgeable advice. It's kind of like if I was to give this Jin person face, I would give it Yogananda. I'll tell you why, because it's always talking about seizing the day, seizing the moment. You've got to listen to spirits. You overcome them with spirit, and you can't let the disharmony ruin you. And so you multiple crops. Your crops will be prosperous, and aim to make things work. And so it's always making your spirit higher. It's a higher spirit. It's always a higher card. It's a higher spirit. You have to better yourselves. And that is bed sets energy. And the reversal of this card would be you have to be patient. You have disease and loss, and wrong things will destroy you, and the future is very difficult. So you better, it's kind of more like a warning that you're not gonna take your advices, you're gonna just do your own thing. So let me give you one last warning. It's kind of what this card is saying. So if you pull it in reverse as your advice card, I would say. And so my last card will be the is fun, which is the diamond card. And this one is interesting. And it talks about not to live in the world, but be of spirit and talk to your cosmic self. A lot of these cards have a very common theme, I should say, is become free spirit. You gotta go voodoo you do so well. And you gotta just be in charge of your own life, and that's what this was saying about this as far as the mythology goes. It's free spirit, taking one's initiatives, and going through life. And the upright is you should immediately change attitude. To reach a goal, you have to stop weeping and wailing people you care about. And that's actually a direct translation from the Turkish, pretty much, and switching around a few words. And so, I think that just says it all. You gotta stand up for yourself. You gotta take your initiative. You gotta stop and being a babbling brook. It kind of sounds like advice I need to give to my mom. Oh my god. And I'm not going to go into that either. I done a reading for her last night. Let's just put it that way. Um, and it's endless ideas. Have a change of attitude. Just think of things better. And it's repeating the same things, constantly making the same mistakes. You gotta stop repeating history. And you know what to do, you just choose not to. If you do what I tell you, then I might, the spirit of diamond, promise you a gain and victory. So there you go. I think that is an awesome, awesome card. I like that one actually. And the reverse one is you're not cold-blooded to reach the goal, to draw any conclusions or to act in a hurry, to move to draw any conclusions or to act in a hurry will cause you to be falter or cause you to falter. Think before you do something stupid. Foolish and babbling, just stop it. Stop aimlessly. Uh, Stop walking aimlessly and talking aimlessly. It's not going to do you any good if this card is reversed. So, it's really very interesting. I thought the advices was a little bit more deeper than just the superficial. And this is what I've got from the direct translation, and I'm a little dizzy at it just because I'm just learning the Deste system, and I just kind of took the initiative myself to want to learn a little bit deeper than just superficial. So, like I said, I was not directly. I did some direct translations, but I did not want to do my direct translation from the book, just out of self-respect of the hard work I've done. So that's what I get into. I'm kind of very interested in starting this, just get started. However, I'm kind of wanting to do the court cards. I think I'm going to directly translate the court cards a little bit before I get started because I feel like they have some archetypes in themselves. I might just do Kelly from Truths and Stories, and if I want a deeper explanation, I'll just go back and redo that. I've kind of done that with the elements. I was going to do a direct translation of the elements, and I'll pull them out right now because I got it all in order. I was going to do a direct translation of the elements. However, I thought it was, most of the elements to me are straight to the point. The ebony, I think this one's ebony, yep, ebony, yep, ebony, is the bad element. Negative elements. And I pretty much took her spreadsheet and decided just to use that for my elements instead of dizzily trying to translate these every single card in this deck. And I've decided not to do that after I got these translations and spent too much time on these ones. So there you go. I'm chipping at the bits at it, but I might do some court card translations. These are my minors. I might do some of these court card translations, and I think they're absolutely beautiful, though. I might do some of these court card translations. I don't know why they decided to change some of the original imagery, because they have some of the... I'll show you what I mean. The one thing that I respect that this is from, these ones I could tell are from the original Deste system because of the clearness of the picture, but this and this one is really bad. You can really see it in this. It's very pixelated. I don't understand. I heard that there was nudity in it, but I still don't understand why they did not just go with the regular original imagery, because it's all pixelated. I think that's my only complaint about the Turkish version, is that the ones that are not originally part of this deck or the add-on cards, it's all pixelated. And like I said, these ones I might painfully directly translate it. I think the horses, I am going to just go ahead and take Kelly's and from Truth and Stories translations on that one as well. Poo. I'm just sitting here with all my shit flying everywhere. But yeah, this is my my day job. Tarot is my day job, and since it's my day job, I could do direct translations and crap like that. And I kind of do it from my own notes, though. So it's kind of for my selfish desires. And that's kind of how I do my systems right now. I could translate all day, I could study all day, I could do all I want with tarot and all sorts of divination systems all day. Because I'm selfish like that. Nothing wrong being selfish every now and then. Especially when you're a mother of twins and they're finally resting. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on my new Etsy shop. And follow me on Tumblr. I think I am on Tumblr now. Oh shit. I'm on Tumblr. And I have not been using it. I have been behind on my Instagram too, so there you go. And I'll see you all on the flip side, and hopefully I will start talking about some of these court cards, because I know that they're completely, different than these court cards are so much different than the tarot cards. Court cards are different from the tarot cards, so there you go. And I'll catch you all later. Have a good one.